Good afternoon. Welcome back to Near Post Flick On. The FA Cup finals literally around the corner, taking place this Saturday between Crystal Palace and Manchester City. Now, Manchester City need to win this trophy so they can have something to show for this season. It's been a disappointing season by their standards. Of course, Pep has got super high standards for his players, and no doubt the fans will feel the same, having had so much success in recent time. So it's going to be an interesting watch. I want to say, usually when you look at Crystal Palace, you look at Manchester City, you'd probably say, oh yeah, Crystal Palace are the underdogs, and Manchester City would be the overwhelming favourites. But given the season that Manchester City have had, you can't really call Crystal Palace underdogs. Well, you can, but you can't. Not really, because I think Crystal Palace have really, really played well, and they've got every chance of winning that trophy. So it's going to be an entertaining game. Um, what's my prediction? I think. Do you know what? I will go with Crystal Palace. Yes, they are going to be regarded. When you look at the bookies, they're going to be regarded as the underdogs for sure. So I will be backing Crystal Palace because I think they've got a really, really good side, and I think they've been playing some amazing football this season. So they've got every chance. And it's only one game. It's only one game to make history. I mean, if you look back at their history in the FA Cup, they made the finals in 1989, 1990, and I think they lost to Manchester United 1-0. And then they also made another appearance again in 2015, 2016 season, and lost to Manchester United again. So, well done to them for actually getting to the finals for a third time in their history. And you could just imagine what that would mean to the Crystal Palace supporters, collectively. They would be so over the moon. And we want to see that. We want to see more of that. We've already had Newcastle winning the Carabao Cup, and we saw what that did to the Geordies and the way they celebrated and embraced the success of their team. And I'd like to see that for Crystal Palace as well. So I will be back in Crystal Palace. I think there'll be quite a few goals in this one. I'm going to say Crystal Palace win, and it's a crazy prediction. I know it's a crazy prediction, but I'm going to say Crystal Palace will win this one 3-1 on Saturday. 3-1 Crystal Palace on Saturday. I think Mateta will probably get a goal. Eze will probably get a goal as well. And, I don't think Crystal Palace have anything to lose. As I say, they've been there twice already in their history. This is the third time that they're going to be going there. So maybe, third time lucky. You just never know. You just never know. But I think they've got every opportunity and every chance of beating Manchester City. And let's face it, Manchester City, it's been well documented. They haven't been at their best this season. So if they win this, they will be fortunate to at least have had something to show for such a disappointing season. But as I say, they will need to rebuild. And what's their motivation for winning this, aside from being Manchester City and having such high expectations from their supporters and fans alike? I think it would be a good send off for Kevin De Bruyne if Manchester City were to win the FA Cup. It would be a lovely send off for such a servant to the club. However, I will still say Crystal Palace will win this 3-1. And don't forget, Manchester City, they've actually won, I think they've won the cup 7 times. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they have won the cup 7 times in their history. And they actually won it, the last time they won it was in 2022, 2023, and they beat Manchester United 2-1. And funnily enough, I think they were in the finals last year and they lost to Manchester United 2-1. So that's quite interesting that the cup has been, up north for the past couple of seasons. So yeah, I think it'll be an interesting game. I think it will probably be an open game. I think Crystal Palace will definitely go for it. I don't think it's going to be one of those boring games or boring watch. I think it will be a very entertaining cup final. I think both teams will be going for the jugular. They will definitely be going for it from the offset. I can't see Manchester City sitting back, and I can't see Palace sitting back. They've just got too much flair and too much going forward, and they will be dangerous and they will cause Manchester City problems. So I know this sounds crazy, and I know people say, "Oh, well, I can't see Crystal Palace winning it." Manchester City will run right through them. But if you've been watching the league this season, you will see that Manchester City haven't been at their best. And again, as I say, I can't really see them. I can't really see them doing much against Crystal Palace Crystal Palace will probably win this, as I say, 3-1 on Saturday. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it would be great to see Crystal Palace winning this game on Saturday. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much.